I wanted to point out the last verse of this particular text, and I wondered if you noticed it as we read it today. It says there were angels in the wilderness who cared for Jesus, ministered to Jesus. I have to tell you, I've glossed over that for years and just kind of treated that as an aside. And it's really kind of startling and comforting thing to notice. It's also true, because when we open our eyes, I think often somewhere, somehow, help comes, rest comes, solace comes, a word of hope comes. Granted, our angels do not always appear in the forms we are looking for, but they come. As I read this text, I wondered what Jesus' angels look like. Did they appear as winged creatures from heaven, just like we might see in a painting somebody did from the 1500s? Maybe you've seen them in old church buildings. Or were those angels the comforting breezes, a trickle of water, a rock on which to lay his head, a place of unexpected shade? And the mentioning of angels leads us to ponder, what do the angels in our lives look like? Ponder what they have looked like in the past. When they ministered to you, they held you and embraced you. Did those angels give you a new version of God's voice calling you his beloved? Did you hear it in maybe a new way? I have a friend who's been battling cancer for the last 3 years. And when she talks about receiving chemo and how difficult that is and going into the room where she receives chemo, she always talks in her Caring Bridge journal about the nurse angels who minister to her. What a lovely thing. And those angels have made all the difference for her in that journey she's been on. If angels have come to our aid, then what would it be like for us to enter into other people's barren places right now, into their deserts, and become an angel for their journey? I think this is part of our call for Lent, our practice for Lent. We are angels for other people.